Right, this video is a mental note about some things I have learned about the prophetic ministry. 3 points in particular. Firstly, the prophetic ministry is most often visual. Secondly, the prophetic ministry is most often creative. And thirdly, the prophetic ministry is most often demonstrative. To the first point, the prophetic ministry is most often visual. Most of the prophets in the Bible, including the major ones like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel especially, all of these prophets actually saw out of a vision, and they were writing out a vision. And even the minor prophets like Habakkuk was writing a vision. Isaiah 1 verse 1 says the vision of Isaiah the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. So Isaiah himself was actually penning a prophecy out of a vision that he saw. So to the second point, the prophetic ministry is most often creative. Prophetic ministry is most often associated with the creation of something new, the introduction of a new thing that has not been seen in previous days. When God spoke in Isaiah, he says that I will do a new thing. I will open up rivers in the wilderness, I believe. He will be manifesting a certain new set of works that Israel has not known, but it's still consistent to his nature, which he prophesied about before. So it does not contradict, but it's God introducing new circumstances in our physical world that we might not understand, but consistent and aligned with his word and his nature. And the last point is that the prophetic ministry is most often demonstrative. So examples like Hosea had to marry a harlot, Ezekiel had to demonstrate his restraint from mourning for his wife who had passed away. And there was a whole bunch of things like Isaiah had to prophesy naked in the streets to show how the children of Israel will be led away captive in the same manner. So there's always an association of the prophet demonstrating what is about to fall upon the people. He himself has to go through what the people will be going through. And so you might be thinking, now we are in New Testament times, so it's post all that Old Testament writings, and how are all these 3 pointers still relevant in our days today? And you then should read Acts 21 verse 11, where it says that the prophet Agabus took the belt of Paul and he bound his hands and his feet, and then he says that in the same manner, right, Paul will also be bounded. The man who owns this belt will be bounded and taken away captive. So there are similar elements of the prophetic ministry, not just limited to Old Testament scripture, Old Testament times, but also applicable in our times as well. And that means that in the present day, we can also operate in the same level of revelation of God and of Jesus. He can give us the same manifestation of all of these kind of encounters. Likewise, just thinking of a new example that just came to my mind, Peter also saw a vision of this blanket, or like something being let down from heaven and opening up with all kinds of unclean animals inside. And that vision actually was God speaking to Peter and communicating to Peter in a very prophetic manner. So those are those 3 points for your consideration. The prophetic ministry is most often visual, most often creative, and most often demonstrative. I hope you are blessed by this message.